We Summon the Darkness was recently released on VOD and it stars Alexandra Daddario, who I always refer to as Alexandra Double Daddario. Although, to be honest, they're probably more like an F, though I'd give them an A. All right, we're done with the letters here. This also has Logan Miller. Logan Miller, right? That's his name? Yeah, yeah. I like that kid. And it also has Johnny Knoxville, which I've seen Knoxville in a few movies. Obviously, had that Ringer movie, which could any of those Farley brother type movies be made today? I mean, I guess they could be, but man, the controversy. I know they got a lot for that one because he was faking to be mentally handicapped to compete in the Olympics, the Special Olympics. But yeah, there's that line in there, when do we get fucking ice cream or whatever? That's seriously one of the funniest lines ever. Anyways, moving on from there. So this is a really recent release. I think it just came out in the last week or two. I had never heard of it before, maybe like a month ago, and the only reason I even noticed it was because of Alexandra, who I just think is, obviously, undeniably gorgeous. But so this one is about three very attractive young ladies who are traveling to go see a rock concert. While they're driving, they hear about all of these cult murders that are taking place in the area. And Johnny Knoxville's character is a pastor that's on television. And Logan Miller and his friends are a group of guys that they meet up with at the concert. Then they go back to their house after, and shenanigans start happening. This was a this was a fine movie. Like, the setup was really good. See, the strength of this film is its characters. I love the characters in this. Like, everybody, for the most part, I really enjoyed a whole lot. And I felt like, wow, they could do so much with this. There's good chemistry between both sets of friends, whether it was the set of girls or the set of guys. I really liked both sets. And when they interacted together, I actually really liked that as well. The film has a fairly high production value, so it looks really good. And also, in addition to that, it has a pretty good concept. As what ends up happening, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. All right, that's where this is heading. I like that. That's an interesting spin on this." Where it kind of lost me, and I think is where it just kind of downgraded itself to being a fine watch, was its believability. Now, the film is slightly playful, but it does present itself as a serious thing, for the most part. So you are supposed to be taking what you're seeing seriously. It can be lighthearted. It's more like a dark comedy. But that being said, it's just the believability factor of the antagonist versus the protagonist. I had a really, really hard time with that. In addition to that, a film like this needs to have great kills. It just needs it. This setup, this kind of movie, if you put some great kills in here, then it would bump up the movie a good point or two. Absolutely no doubt about it. All the kills in this movie are lame. All of them. And that's a damn shame, because it just, I just always wonder when I watch movies like this if the producers or anybody behind the camera, I'm sure the directors and people like that know, but are they aware of what makes films like this popular? What makes films like this stand the test of time, and they'll be sell copies for years and years and years, and you can have collector's editions, and they can become cult films and whatnot? Having great kills in your movie like this, of course, having a great movie, having great plot and all this stuff is whatnot, but when we're talking about this kind of movie, and a cult film, and when I say cult, I don't mean like a cult following, I mean like literally a cult, a satanic cult, ritualistic style killings and such. this film is begging for gnarly kills because the audience that's watching it is going to be obviously very fond of that and are going to praise it and want to watch it again and promote the hell out of it. And when you don't deliver on that, it just brings the experience down, and it hurts the longevity of the film in the future. Like, this is a film people will watch, and, you know, they'll be like, oh, it was all right, and they'll never think of it again. You know? It's not something you rush out and you buy. It's not something that you tell your friends about. So, it's just odd to me when people make films like this, and they don't appeal to the fan base. Because this film isn't going to be, you know, some big blockbuster that's going to appeal to, you know, the average person. This is for a very specific set of people. And if you're not going to give those people what they want, your film's going to suffer for it. So maybe they think when the directors or people come to them and say, hey man, like, I need to put this in here. And they're like, oh no, that's too hardcore. Like, you know, that won't sell well, this and that. And it's like, who the hell do you think you're selling to? Like, look at your audience. Look at who is going to watch this. Who's going to buy this. This is what we want. So just, I don't know. When I watch movies like this, I can't believe they don't throw in better kills. I don't understand that. And because I know the directors and whatnot wanted to. I would be shocked to find out they didn't. Like, I would be shocked to find out that this was the director's, like, legit vision. And he's like, yeah, this is the way I want it. Like, I just don't buy that. But anyway, overall, it's a fine watch. Not something I would rush to. I can honestly say I have a little bit of a bias here when it comes to Alexandra because I think she's one of the most beautiful women on planet Earth. So I can absolutely watch her do absolutely anything, and I think she's great in this. But it's kind of a shame because I feel like with the characters, with the setup, this could have been something very special. This could have been a great cult film. So anyway, let me know if you watch it. Adios.